stuff you never meet, yeah. I think I need a minute to figure out my limits. You cross them more than once, yeah. You take my love for granted. We keep on talking from body to body, yeah. Getting closer to just being nothing else. I'm a sucker for your love, even though it's kind of toxic, babe. You know I feel it when we touch, that your love is from a different place. It's toxic, babe. Not sure what I expected. To think you wouldn't be so reckless. I keep on pretending I know we better end it. I said it more than once, yeah. You take my love for granted. We keep on talking from body to body, yeah. Getting closer to just being nothing else. I'm a sucker for your love, even though it's kind of toxic, babe. You know I feel it when we touch, that your love is from a different place. It's toxic, babe. Nothing more to say, let's just waste away. One more time is all we need. A bitter truth to face, not that innocent. We know what we did. I'm a sucker for your love, even though it's kind of toxic, babe. You know I feel it when we touch, that your love is from a different place. It's toxic, babe. Oh, it's toxic, babe. Yeah, yeah. It's toxic, babe.
Oh my God, we're live!
Hi.
Good afternoon. If we got it, Paul Peck, Big Jim, Christopher Naylor. Got a man now what to do. How the hell are we all doing today? Well, let me just grab me drink.
Say hello. This is Poppy, everyone.
It's the first time you have met Poppy. That is Poppy. Emma seems to be taking over the whole seat here, so I'll just sit on this tiny little bit on the edge because her arse is so wide.
So is Poppy, though.
It's not Poppy.
Me, I'm Poppy.
Right, so, do we close windows? Is all the audio working? No. No. Yes, audio's working. Living a dream. How are you all doing? How's Mr. Peck? Well, we've been busy today, haven't we?
Yes.
Yeah. We have been busy. You're buffering. We shouldn't be. We're on like 500 meg internet. We shouldn't be we shouldn't really be buffering, but
Because.
blame coronavirus. That's all I can say. Blame coronavirus. Now, there's a reason I'm holding this thing.
Mr. Pokey?
Mr. Pokey. There's a reason I'm holding this, and that is because a couple of subscribers basically asked us, getting a lot of buffering. There's not really much I can do about that. We've got good internet. Everything's fine. Everything's in the green our end. I don't know.
Beanies in.
Beanie Draws, new member! Woo! Our second member as well. Right, anyway. Welcome to the Van Clan beanie. there's a reason for this, and the reason for this is because one of the subscribers asked us on Instagram about the front tray we bought for the van. Now, I need to bring it a bit closer, and I need to swivel the seat a little bit to show you. If it's possible, we don't know. We shall see. Right, so hopefully we can see what's going on. First of all, let me just pick the bolt out. Right. Ugh. You get me for a minute. Right, okay, here we go. Right, so one of the subscribers basically asked us and told us that the lighting's shit. One of the subscribers asked us about this. This isn't standard in the Volkswagen Crafter. It doesn't come standard in the Volkswagen Crafter. It's just a crappy, just a tray that it's pointless. There's nothing you can put in it. It's an absolute load of rubbish. I think that's zoomed in a bit. There we go. Right, so this thing here gives you a lot more room. And to be honest with you, we bought it and it was like, that is fantastic, because there was nothing we could use it for. Someone asked us how you put it in. Well, basically, you take one of these things. It's like, it's just a pokey thing. It's just a pokey thing. And then this frame around your stereo and your heater controls, just get it in the top, give it a bit of a pull on the top, both sides, and it will release it. And then work yourself around the edge, and then this whole front panel will literally just clip off. Then these side bits, there's a torque screw there, or a star drive, I think it's a 25, one there and one on the bottom on both sides. And then what they do is they're held in with two little clips here. You pop them off, slide them forwards on both sides, and then in the top of this there's a screw there and there's a screw there. In the top there's one at the back and there's one at the back there. Just take the four out and that's it. You can take your tray out, then you can put this tray in, which is just one of these, put your star drives back in, and then put it all back together. This thing literally just pops on the front, bing, bang, bong, job done. Take you 5 minutes. And it, what do you mean, ha? And it literally will just take you 5 minutes. It's not complicated. It's the same if you need to get to your stereo. It's the same process. You just take this front panel off, get yourself one of these little pullers, or just make something, you know, that is, it's just got a little claw on it, and it gets behind things and pulls, you know, kind of things a dentist use, so I believe. Anyway, there you go. So that is basically how to take. Someone asked me to do a video on it, and I was like, it's, you know, it can be explained in 30 seconds. It doesn't need to be overly explained. So right, let's swivel the seat round, and we can get an Emma in, and then we can talk about electrics. Right, I will move the seat. Bear with me. I'll move the camera. There we go. And I'll move the seat as well. Right, we're back. So there we go. There she is. Look. Why isn't Emma in the videos? Ask Emma.
I had to go back to work.
She had to go back to work.
Yes.
Oh, it's like the funky train. There we go. Ooh, there we go. There we go. Cooking on gas. Took 5 minutes. She's basically been back to work, so I've been cracking on with the van and looking after the puppy poppy, and that's it. In the meanwhile, we've been getting the electrics done, haven't we?
Yes.
We have just finally finished the electrics today. Good evening, Sweeney Dunstan. How are you? And Coach Home UK as well. See, she's there. She is alive. I didn't kill her. She is with Puppy or Poppy. Poppy's a Jack Russell as well. A couple of people have asked. Oh, look, who's in? Bruce.
Hey, Bruce!
Oh, God, here we go. Here, Bruce called me what was he calling me? A wet cock. Was it a wet cock?
I don't know.
Because we didn't go live.
Yeah.
Because I was working too hard. I have been working damn hard.
I laughed.
She laughed. She thought it was funny. You know, I've been working that hard that my hair is an absolute thunderstorm of a mess. We were actually we were looking this morning, and there was a couple of birds in the back of it, so we had to get the cats out and chase it with the cats. Right, the reason for the live stream was to talk about electrics, because we've just today finally finished the electrics. We had the gas system. Did you replace Gumbo with Poppy? No, he's in the front seat. He's
Gumbo's in the front seat.
He's bigger than Poppy, by the way. He's actually he's a lot bigger than Poppy. So yeah, we've literally just, we thought 2 weeks ago that we'd finished the actual live stream off, but the live stream. I'm sorry, shit here.
Cabling.
We thought we'd finish the cabling off, and then we realised that we were going to do the cable system basically on a two-way switch, so we could, if we wanted to hook up outside, we could just switch from inverter power to live in power. No. After thinking about it, after speaking to an electrician friend of mine, we both come to the conclusion that if something goes wrong with the switch, you're then sending 240 volts back through your inverter, and something's just going to go bang. So we basically decided to go for two separate systems, because the fridge is 12 volt or 240. The boiler is 12 volt or 240. Where the sockets are concerned, we just decided to go for two single sockets for the inverter and two double sockets for the actual the 240 system that we hook up. And the best thing about it is we bought drywall. Hey, Mr. Peck, I haven't actually got any on me at the moment. We bought drywall housings for the actual sockets, and we were able to get a single and a double all together, and it will literally just fit into the ply, and it will all be fine. It's, you know, it's just easier than cutting into the ply, easier than screwing boxes in and fixing stuff in. These drywall boxes, absolutely brilliant. Cut the hole, plunk it in. It's got two little wings on it. You put it in, you clip the wings over, and it grabs onto the back of the ply, and you just screw your socket in, and it's all good. So, right, so the reason for the live stream was electrics, wasn't it?
Yeah.
To explain the electric system. Now, there's one thing that we haven't put in, isn't there?
Yes.
Well, there's two things that we haven't put in.
Two.
Yeah. The flux capacitor and the warp drive.
Yeah, the warp drive. I forgot about that one.
Yeah, the warp drive. There's two things that we haven't fitted in that. I don't think we're going to bother.
No?
No. It's pointless. Why do we want warp drive?
Why not?
We can get speeding tickets.
True, but will they catch us to give you them?
Well, I don't care, but we're not putting warp drive in. So that was the reason, because a lot of people seem to be struggling basically with electrics. I'm not an electrician, so I will not be doing a video on how to wire up your van for electrics, because I don't think people who are not qualified in doing electrics and doing gas. That's why we've had the gas tanks fitted by a company. A company fitted the gas tanks yesterday, because I'm not a gas engineer. You know what I mean? And I don't want to be. There's too much false information out there anyway. There's too many people telling you how you should do things and how you shouldn't do things, and what you should do and what you shouldn't do. If you're not qualified in this stuff, then basically just shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Stop giving people advice on shit that you clearly don't know about. You know what I mean? Too many people are doing it. So gas and electrics, I won't be giving any tutorial videos on how to do it. Yes, it's basic, and I will explain how I done mine, You know what I mean? I will tell you exactly how I've done my system, but this isn't a guide for you to do yours the same way. If you do, and you go fucking kaboom, then kind of don't blame me, because I've already said. So, we go, oh, they ain't seen the bed.
Oh, the bed.
The bed video has not been out yet, so we're going to spin you around, and
Oh, you can show them the drywall box thing as well,
show you the drywall box, spin you around, show you the bed. I constructed the most, I would say, obscure and bulletproof bed frame that has ever been fitted in a van in the existence of ever. It's it can take me, Emma, a couple of me's, and probably 4 Emmas and 72 poppies. It's literally that strong. 172 poppies. But I'm going to take it in the back. I'm going to try and lower the camera. This will be a bit of a messy camera angle thing going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go underneath. Emma can read the comments out and tell me if anyone is asking any questions, because I clearly won't be able to see. So let's go in the back and see what's going on. This should be interesting. So let's move the camera. First of all,
Damaged Goods has just said,
I will
saw a video the other day of a YouTuber checking for gas leaks with a lighter.
Right, they are the drywall screw boxes we got. As you can see, they've got little tabs on the side. They flop in. You just basically cut the size. They're the same as what you use on drywall. And then what we'll be having is the 240 mains system will be going to these ones, and the inverter will just be going to these. Just 2 switches, 2 either side of the van. So we're going to have 4 switches on hookup. When I'm on the inverter, we're going to have 2, 1 either side of the van. Dead easy, dead simple. But they're brilliant. You get them on Amazon. They're only cheap. They're about £4. And they're just ideal because you don't have to mess with nothing. It screws it all in place. But these little tabs on the side, they're just perfect. You know, they are literally, these little tabs, I say, they go in and out to the thickness of, well, whatever it would be, ply or plasterboard or stuff like that. But they're just like conventional, you know, boxes. But they're brilliant. But if you are checking for gas with a lighter, then you are an absolute fucking massive bell end. You know what I mean? Of the you deserve to go fucking kaboom. That's all I'm saying. Right, so this is gonna be interesting because I've got to take you guys underneath. Yeah, this should be fun. I don't know. I might have to get another tripod. Hang on.
He's getting another tripod.
Right.
What's this, Poppy? What's this?
We've got another tripod. We're going to try and put you on another tripod and take you with me because Emma still needs to see the chat. So that will do for there. Right, we'll position this. This is the most complicated live stream that it ever has been. You know, well, it's not complicated, but some knob needs to go, oh shit, with a camera and all that fancy jazz. Right, I'm going to connect you to the tripod.
Here we go.
Hopefully the cables are long enough, which they should be. Right, bear with me a second. Right, has anyone seen our beautiful little windows we fitted? There's the bed frame. The bed frame is bolted to the side of the van on basically roofing beams. Anyway, we're not here to talk about that. We can talk about that another time. Let's go underneath and talk about the 240 system and the 12-volt system and everything bloody else. Right, nearly there. Bear with me. Right, I need to go and open someone's back doors if you let me in. Be with you now. Hang on. I'm talking to the fucking internet, you dick. Hello there.
Bye. Okay, so it's just going around the back. Poppy.
Hello there. Welcome to the back of the van. Right, keep these doors open. So basically the system that we've gone for is we've got our 240 volt hook up. This is going to be so awkward to do.
What can you go from here, babe?
We've got the 240 system. Well, let's start from the front. Right, we've got inverter. So the solar panels and the solar cables will come into this. This is a double pole isolator. Double pole isolator gives you an on-off. So you can then basically turn your solar panels off. If you don't want to mess with the system while there's electricity going into it, fit yourself one of them. Out of the top of this, then comes the cables. The cables then feed into the speak English, Neil. Into the top of your MPPT. They then come out of your MPPT with these two bad boys. So that goes out, in, out of this double pole isolator, then into your MPPT, out of your MPPT, and then I've just routed it down, cut two holes in, so when we do get the batteries, we've got enough cable to basically plug the batteries, plug the cables into the battery. That's the solar system sorted. Right, the inverter side of things. We will basically come off the batteries to the inverter. Okay, so you've got your 12 volt off your batteries going into your inverter there. From your inverter, there'll also be a 200 amp, but basically one of these switches, just a surge protector on the actual line as well. So battery, 200 amp surge protector, then into your inverter. Out of the top of your inverter, some people just go straight to plugs. We've decided not to go straight for plugs, and this is where I've got to crawl around like some sort of sewer rat. Ugh. There we go. Come on. Hate it when it's tight and you're trying to screw it. Right. Let's turn the brightness down on that a bit. So then out of the inverter, we're going into this. This basically feeds the sockets which are in the kitchen and the sockets which are on the bench seat. Yes, it's probably a bit of an overkill and it's probably too much. But you know what? It's 100% safe. You've got both switches, both sockets on one circuit breaker, on two independent circuit breakers, and you've got a main breaker there as well, which goes to the inverter. So that's the inverter side of things. Right, now let's get on to the 12 volt system, which it gets a bit more complicated. So, you mightn't be able to see me in this. So for the 12 volt side of things, the very first thing that you want to do when you're doing the 12 volt system is let people see what you're doing. Right, so the very first thing you want to do is run your battery cables up to a battery isolator. That's the first thing. That's what we've done. So the battery cables will come in. They will go to this. This is just completely knocks off all the electrics. Then from here, that goes to one 50 amp breaker box, which is there, and another 50 amp breaker box, which is there. From each one of these breaker boxes then feeds the fuse box top, fuse box bottom. The reason we've gone for two fuse boxes is because I've put every single thing on an independent switch. So we've got main lights, front fan, rear fan, kitchen lights, LEDs left hand side of the bedroom, LEDs right hand, USB one side of the bed, USB the other. A lot of people will put all the USBs on one circuit, all the lights on one circuit. I wanted to put independent things because I'm anal, and that's just me. I want every single item on a single switch. So yeah, we do have, a hell of a lot of cables coming in. There's no blade fuses in there yet because there's no power going into it. But to me, it just keeps everything tidy. and then label everything up like neat. You know, label everything up neat and tidy so you know exactly what is going on every single fuse board. So then the earth side of the system, first of all, off the batteries, runs to the Victron battery monitor. It then goes from the Victron battery monitor to each fuse board. So each fuse board is then connected back to the Victron battery monitor. Then from there, it's going to all your appliances. Now, the 240 side of the system, which is here, which you can see right there. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. So the 240 side of things, I've got the garage sockets, which are there. These sockets will then power this battery charger. This battery charger charges up the leisure batteries. So when we're on hookup, the actual leisure batteries are being charged up. Also off this, we've got a 240 for the fridge. We've got the 240 sockets in the kitchen. We've got a socket that's going to be on the step in the side of the kitchen, which is there. We've got the bench seat sockets, which is there. And we've got the boiler, which is 240 volts, which is there. The boiler also works on 12 volts as well, which is on another separate system there. So we've split the two systems up. Well, in theory, we've split the three systems up. Because we've got 240 independent system. We've got a 12 volt independent system. And then we've got a 240 system, which is pulling off the 12 volts. But it's safety. For me, it's completely safe. You know, having things like an isolator, putting both fuse boxes on 50 amp breakers is safety. You know, she is a Chihuahua looking fuck. She's a Jack Russell. She's actually looking at herself in the picture. So she's a Jack Russell, but she's only like 8 weeks old. Not even 8 weeks old. She goes for a. When does she go for the needles? Next week?
Next Saturday.
Go for your needles next week, don't you? She goes for the needles next week, so she's getting the first needles next week, and that's our puppy. Say hello, pup.
No, I'm saying hello.
Little puppy. See, Charlie's got Jacks, haven't you? Charlie loves his Jacks, don't you? Charlie. Now, we think she's a bit of a mixed sort of bag of tricks because her eyes just don't seem to fit in her head. Poppy.
That's the same size ears as you, Neil.
Cheers, Mark. I hope your fucking oily breaks. No, I don't, mate. She isn't. My ears aren't this big. I mean, look at that. Look at her. She does look. She does look like a bit of a Chihuahua. Charlie thinks she's a mix.
Yeah, I said that.
We don't see. We're unsure, but I mean, we don't really care. She is hilarious. She's absolutely hilarious, aren't you?
Rules the roost. Don't you? Already.
She's just funny. She is funny, and with the cats as well. She's hilarious with it. We've got one kitten, and the pair of them just play together like you would not believe. You would think they were. And she likes my thumb.
You bite that thumb. Good girl.
She is cute. She might grow into the ears. She might grow. We don't know. We will just literally have to wait and see. Stop biting my thumb, and I'll bite your ears.
You will not.
You
bite
little
her
shit.
ears.
Right. Well, we are going to go in because I'm feeling. I think Chinese is calling. Definitely think Chinese is calling. So, hopefully that explains to a lot of people. I'll probably just redo this as a video as well. That will basically explain to people all about the Alexa system that's in our van. Hopefully, our friends in Wales, we've got friends in Wales who are doing up a camper van right now. Hopefully they can see the video as well, and they can see the the outcome of how to do the tray. So I'm going to go. Are you going to go?
I'm going to go.
Thank you, Eddie, for the super chat. Thank you to Bruce. Thank you to Charlie, to Beanie Draws, Creative Spotlight, Beano's Adventures. Oh, hello, hello, hello. Mr. Buckley, Yours Travels as well. Also 3D Plastic Fantasy. Also Paul Peck, Mark Buckley, Benjamin as well, Ben and Christina, Eddie, Damaged Goods, and everybody else who's popped in, Rob and Gemma and the few other people. Cheers to the two people who've given us a thumbs down. The only thing I've got to do that is give you one of them. Yeah, that is to that. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's engagement anyway. That's all that matters. And if one person found it interesting, then it's worked. So, right, I'm going to go because I'm kind of hungry now. You didn't get a notification? Well, that's just because YouTube is a bit of a dick. That's all I can say. Ben, I shall catch you later, sir. I am expecting a rather spectacular electrician's job from you, my friend, because you said you were an electrician. So, there you go. Beano is Kevin from Liverpool. Beano's Adventures, right? Well, we will have to hook up one day, mate. Thumbs down to the puppy. I don't, you know what I mean? It's nothing to do with me. I mean, look at me. I am just beautiful. Stevie Wonder once said.
Oh, you are beautiful.
In my own head, I am. Lovely when I'm asleep. Right, we're going to go. So thank you everybody who has joined in. And hopefully, once we get a little bit further, there's going to be more videos coming out as well. We've got tons of videos sitting there that just need editing. I've got one coming out on a sponsor this week called Carlock, who sent us basically a Carlock thing. Ben, I'll message you on Discord as well, mate, about that. And maybe you might be able to get in on the action. Know what I mean? Anyway, we're going to go and we shall see you guys later. Have a nice day. Whatever you do with your Sunday, do it well, and we shall see you soon. See you later.